We're giving a spotlight on youth-led cinema and the power of stories told by the new generation. A coming-of-age film is in the works as an official entry to the Cine Kabataan 2025. It follows 14 misfits who build a sanctuary in a town on the verge of erasure. Inspired by his own memories of growing up in Bulacan, filmmaker Joshua De Vera joins us in the Hangout to talk about his creative process in the making of Elephant Paths, the message behind it, and why the film is his most personal yet. Now join us on the show. Beautiful day, Joshua. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello po, Pao and Anne. Thank you for having me.
No worries, Josh. Unang-una maraming salamat. Alam ko maulan ngayon and medyo you got wet going here.
And he got here super early pa.
Ang
Ha?
aga
So thank
mo,
you, Josh. We
mas
really
maaga ka
appreciate
sa
that.
amin. And then nabasa ka. So again,
Yeah,
grabbing
thank you so
effort mo.
much.
Let's go in first about yung filmmaking career mo. Because this is not your first film. You're 23 years young. If I'm not mistaken, pangatlong film mo na ata na ma-release. And you've already been part of festivals, you've already been part of different competitions. Pero I think yung theme na nakakita natin, at least very early on, napaka-personal lahat ng mga ginagawa mo. Just tell us a bit about yung proseso mo na kailangan personal talaga yung mga films mo.
At I think when you're just starting, parang you tend to write what you already know eh. So, nakukuha mo talaga siya sa mga personal stories. And also, mas madali in a way because kapag bata, parang doon ka muna sa what's really experiential. Kaya, ayun, doon din talaga nagda-delve yung mga stories that I make. And usually, it's about my fascination with third spaces, mga ganun.
What inspired you to start, making films? And you grew up in Malolos, Bulacan, di ba? So, shinape ba nito yung storytelling voice mo?
Yeah, regarding my hometown, shinape niya talaga in a way na growing up in my hometown, it's not very easy. Ang dami ko talagang, like literal yung path ko through life, maraming hurdle. And I just found a path towards to get here, parang ayun. And right now, I'm currently living independently in Manila. And parang yung kaya ko nakakapagsabayan dito, I think it's all of the hurdles na dun sa pinanggalingan ko pa.
Well, sinabi mo kanina, you used the term third space. And not a lot of people might be familiar with yung term na yon. So, kapag sinabi natin third space, what does that mean? How would you define it?
I'm really fascinated with this concept of third spaces. So there's this first and second place na parang dictated na sa atin. We can't get away from it. Like the first place is our home, and then second is our school that eventually becomes our workplace. So
Okay.
parang fixed na siya. And then there's this third place na parang we get to choose. And it's very vital to our becoming. Kasi it's parang wala siyang limit. It can be anything. It can be a cafe. It can be a sidewalk. Any place that you can run to when you're sick of your first and second place. So for me, parang yung becoming ko, it's really dun talaga siya nagdelve sa sa third spaces ko that I've choose from my own.
So yung third space, parang happy place.
Oo.
Parang that's your happy place.
A safe
no?
space,
Yeah.
ganyan.
So you mentioned kanina na from your roots coming from, hindi madali yung naging buhay mo when you were living in Malolos, Bulacan, and then you found your path, di ba? Towards here, towards sa Manila, and then filmmaking.
Dito sa studio
so parang
natin,
sa
hanap din niya yung
studio
path.
natin, di
Oo.
ba? So you found your elephant path. So, without spoiling the plot for us, can you talk more about it? Ito yung title ng movie mo, right? Elephant Path. So, bakit Elephant Path ang title and what is this all about?
Elephant path. First, I think kwento ko ng very late yung concept of elephant path, yung peculiar concept. Yung elephant paths kasi na-encounter natin to, we just don't know there's a term for it. Usually, it's on the grasses. There's a path in between created by numerous footsteps of people going from one place to another directly to where they want to go. hindi dinadaanan yung created pathways designated for us. So parang siyang shortcut, and usually it's on the grasses. So it's made by the people. It's a trail na mas direct. So it's called after an elephant because in Animal Kingdom, elephants takes the safest and the direct route for the animals to follow. So that's a desire path na tarong tinawag din after an elephant. So from that concept, I made this story about a group of teen misfits who discovered a secluded path and made a secret hideout there. And in the middle of their hometown, having imminent threats of erasure. So they built this space, and in this space they built an elephant-like figure is looming in the mist. They're unsure what's gonna happen to them, but yeah, the elephant is there, and they're unsure on what will be the next day with the current situation of their fading hometown.
At syempre, this feels very personal. Like we mentioned a while ago that your works are typically very personal. At what part of yung life mo did you draw from? Kasi palaging sinasabi, at least communications, kapag nag-aaral ka ng communications, write what you know. So at what part of your life na feel mo that you had to draw on to be able to write this, to produce this, and of course direct it? Sorry parang thesis defense.
Yeah, okay. I think punta ako dun sa characters ko. Parang may tidbits of my life that na drizzle talaga sa bawat isa sa kanila. And parang dun talaga siya naging personal in a way, especially with my main character, si Lance. It's very easy to design this character because he's designed as someone who felt betrayed by the world. Parang binugbog talaga of...
Were you betrayed by the world?
At some point, yeah, I
some
think...
point
at some
na-feel mo
point,
yun?
yeah,
Oo.
like, that's why I really pushed hard to be something because I really believed back then that I'm onto something. Parang meron akong pupuntahan. But it's really hard to get there. And parang you feel the constant rejections, the constant hurdles given by the world. You just feel betrayed at some point. But yeah, this character Lance, mas extreme lang yung pagiging betrayal sa kanya ng world. Pero ayun, parang kaya ang daling mag-empathize sa kanila kasi na-experience ko rin first hand some way yung mga pinapa-experience ko sa characters.
Wow.
Kapag direct mo sa kanila and you had to explain it, I can only imagine, say, normally you have to draw on something personal to be able to do that. Kanina you mentioned rejection. We all know na kapag filmmaker ka, ibang klaseng rejection.
Real.
Diba? Sobrang iba yung rejection kasi story pitch pa nga lang, talo ka na eh. Pero here you are with 3 films already. This one coming out sa Sinekabataan. Sa palagay mo ba, you've started to make yung mark mo na gusto mo as a young filmmaker? Alam ko, mahaba pa rin career mo, pero do you think that this is the start that you wanted and needed to be able to get to where you wanted to be?
Yeah, definitely I have a long way to go pa. But I believe I'm off to a start because I think with the films that I have made, given that they have the same voice, parang I think I really honed my voice because that's what we really need now in the industry. We have a lot of talented people, but also what they're really constantly finding is the new voice so that our films will be more out of the box or, something new. So, yeah, I'm really loyal to my voice, even at some point no one believes at first, but I'm very loyal to it. So I think being loyal to what I want to say and being sure about it, I think that's off to a great start.
Who believes the most sa voice mo?
Believes the most? Yeah, I have this collective of just queer filmmakers, and we're all young. And I think that's the support system like that really helped me. When I moved here in Manila, I get to meet this young new wave of filmmakers, and they're very supportive. And eventually, they become my crew as well when the concepts that I preach actually greenlit.
When you made Elephant Paths, you worked with a fellow Bulakenyo. How important is it na you tell these stories with the help of local collaborators?
So this grievance about aside from being a personal film, it's also talks about my hometown, the current situation there, the displacement and the constant lost spaces. So I shared this grievance to my fellow Bulacanyo filmmakers here. There's a lot of Bulacanyo filmmakers on set, and during downtimes, one night I just shared to them that it's very depressing to go back home because another space will turn into a mall. Like, the places that I grew up with, hindi ko na sila kilala. So, and then with those conversations, like, they all agree. Parang we all have the same grievance. That's why, yung mga napagkwentuhan ko rin po nun, they become a crew. I have this very talented cinematographer, Wenz Trajano, who, aside from just being director of photography, he's also part of the creative process. And we just kind of trauma dumped with our experiences with our hometown.
Yung term trauma dump.
Trauma dump.
Trauma dump talaga. Ano yung pinaka-traumatic na dump?
Parang wala na nagulat ako sa question.
Term mo yun eh.
Hindi, yung very shocking talaga. Like one time, I'm just about to get a document. Parang yun yung up top of my head. To get a document, so bumiyahe ako going to my barangay. And then pagdating ko po talaga doon, wala siya. Wala na yung hall. Like, biyak. Parang nakakaano siya, caught off guard. Parang, nasan na? Parang ganun. Like, there's a lot of instances na pag-uwi ko talaga, wala na siya. So, hindi naman siya very traumatic. Meron pang other traumatic
Pero
stories.
tumatak talaga.
Pero usually talaga, it's that eh. Like, sometimes, but sometimes mas wild na pagdating mo talaga is, mall na talaga siya agad. Hindi ko nakita yung remnants of the lost space. Like, tapos, and the place that will be replaced, parang hindi naman para sa amin. Parang that's the problem. Parang, you kind of felt betrayed in a way because parang this place, I lost one and then the replacement, it's not meant for me. It's not meant for people like me.
You know, I feel sa mga kwento ni Direk, no, na ang dami mo na pagdaan ng struggles from your hometown, coming to Manila, you face so many adversities, and then yet that, you know, you triumph. Diba? Narating mo tong point na to, and now you have this movie. While making this movie, ano yung mga challenges pa that you had to face?
So, we just wrapped filming this month, and the obvious challenge is the storm.
The weather.
The weather, and our film is 100% exterior. So, nakipagpatintero po talaga kami sa storm. Like, parang nakastandby kami, and then when the weather become calmer, we run into the set and then film until hanggat okay yung weather. So also there's a lot of crowd in this film. So yeah, it's very challenging to me because I usually made small films before when I'm not yet funded by a film festival. So I really tend to make my characters smaller. So from 2 characters, like talagang malaking jump. It's a huge crowd of students, huge crowd of workers.
But it looks very beautiful, because I was able to see yung reel nga na may parang konting trailer of the movie of Elephant Paths, and ang ganda ng setting. Was this shot in Bulacan, in some places in Bulacan?
Yeah, the school, it's shot in a school in Bulacan. And
parang may field pa siya and everything, diba? It's really beautiful.
This is our final film as a student. In other words, after you graduate, fun-employed ka na muna. But when we take a look at yung, I guess yung pagka-graduate mo from a student filmmaker to a young filmmaker, what do you feel is yung message na maiiwan ng Elephant Paths, or at least yung message that you wish to leave with those who will end up watching Elephant Paths?
Like, Elephant Paths is a story that explores the struggles of these 4 young misfits whose their stories are constantly being ignored by the world and trying to erase their stories, their places, and it's grounded on the decisions of figures in power, not on them. So I really want for this film to hope maglinger sa people na I hope in terms of development, wag laging nasa margins yung mga youth. Like, I hope they're part of the equation. And this film, from youth in the margins, I aim for the youth to be on the center. So I hope, we always care for our youth because if we constantly ignore their stories, their places, until there's nothing left, where do we run to?
Direct Josh, before we let you go, the show is called Beautiful Day. We want to ask you, what makes your day beautiful?
Yeah, for today, it's my third space, so I probably will go there after, so to chill.
All right, perfect. Alam mo, we're very happy to be part of your trauma dump. That you're constantly
Trauma ba?
developing.
Going here?
Going here siguro, pero yung hangout medyo okay naman. But
Yes.
again, good luck with the film. Good luck with the rest of your career. Hopefully, we get to talk to you down the line soon. Especially kapag nag-major awards ka. Remember, you were here first.
Good luck to you, Direct.
All right.
September, right? Premiering?
Yeah,
at
September yung
Cinema-
premiere?
Cinema Kabataan.
September, and it's the screening is always free every year, so I invite everyone to come. September, just follow the Cine Kabataan FDCP pages for the schedule.
All right.
Perfect. So, thank you so much for joining us here on Beautiful Day. Direk Joshua De Vera.